Yo, you're listening to, what's it called?
Ben and Brett Talk of the Town.
Yo, this is MC Huge, and you're listening to
Ben Glaze and his friend Brett with a last name that rhymes show. I don't know.
What's it called? Hazed and Glaze?
Glaze and Haze. Sup, y'all?
They make nuts that hang out of jeans.
They do?
Yeah. Gene nuts.
For women who want that ball out of the jeans video. See what it's like to go balls out.
I want to go balls out, but I just don't know how. No, you can.
Well, we got a big show today.
It's a freedom to be yourself and say what you want and know that the intent is good. If you're just trying to make each other laugh and be giggly, then it takes all the bad away.
Oh, yeah, fuck yeah. Your 22nd favorite podcast is back with another episode. They swore that they'd try to bring you quality product this week, but they failed miserably. It's time for Balls Out with Ben Glaze and Brett Hayes.
It's so cartoonish and stupid and ridiculous that I think it's humorous.
Fuck, this is gonna be laughs all night.
Haha.
There you go, boss.
Says we're recording.
Nice.
So I think we are live.
Live, baby.
So good news for the one listener who wants to hear Huge's story about playing pickup basketball with Michael Jordan.
Very good news, Ben. Very good news.
So did you find audio through hours and hours of backlog?
No, I brought it up to him last week when that listener brought it up, and he was like, "Oh, go to the old system. You remember the old system, the Scott system,
Oh,
TLC?
God. Seriously?
Where we have to load all these any audio file we have to load into this TLC program, and then it puts it into our like little bumper and hot pad section where we can make certain audio play, but." This is from like 3 years ago. No, not 3. Maybe a year and a half since we've had OpEx. Maybe a little bit more. And he's like, go look in the old system. So there's like a bunch of categories. He used to have stuff. And I'm looking for anything Michael Jordan. I look for like a good couple hours, honestly.
Oh, God.
And then this week something came up. He was talking about the Chicago Bulls. Okay. And he had time in the segment. And he... told it for like I think it was like 6 or 7 minutes or something.
Well, hot damn! Was it brought up because of that documentary, The Last Dance?
He was. Or
are you guys too busy?
Specifically,
are you guys still too busy with coronavirus talk?
Yeah, coronavirus. Oh, still, but not as much, thankfully. Oh my God, it's been nice, but yeah, I think initially it started with that, but something about him knowing some other Chicago Bulls person since he was in the media in Chicago at that time.
Name dropping.
Got him into it. Right, exactly, that whole time. But
Huge is huge.
Are we gonna post that at the end, or are we gonna play it now, or what? Have you heard it?
I have not heard it.
You want to do it?
And I got to play against Michael Jordan. You want my last dance with Michael? Here's the short version. Gold Coast Multiplex was where I lived about 2 blocks away. I lived at Dearborn and Elm, right there in the Gold Coast in Chicago. Greatest 3 years of my life outside of having children. And word got out, I knew Tim Grover, Michael's trainer, that Michael was making that comeback to go to the Wizards, and he was showing up at the Gold Coast Multiplex on Saturday mornings and playing basketball, pickup basketball, right? So I told Grover, I said, you got to get me on his team. You got to get, because he only had his bodyguards, which were former police officers, right? And then he would pick 2 random players. Can you imagine Michael Jordan walking up to you and saying, you want to play on my team? And he'd see how many games he could win in a row. And I had heard this happen the previous Saturday, so I called Grover and I said, man, get me on his team. Come on, Timmy. He's like, nope, no media. Michael said no media. I'm like... So I show up at the Gold Coast Multiplex first thing in the morning. All right, the chalkboard with the names, for next 5, the group of 5. I'm already about 4 or 5 games down, but I'm hoping he wins. In walks Michael with his 2 police officers. He picks a couple of guys, and Michael wanted to see how many games he could win in a row. Finally, I'm, working out.
Yeah.
Trying to tell girls, have you heard of me on AM 1000? I do a show. I'm really a big deal. It's my game. All of a sudden, Grover sees me. He's watching. And he goes, good luck. I go, yeah. So we get out there. And we had a pretty good random fivesome. A lefty that played like at Eastern Illinois, about 6'5" guard, was really tough. So naturally, I'm like, hey, you guard Michael. And I end up guarding one of his security detail, right?
Do it.
So right away, I told the lefty, I said, hey, man, I'll set some high picks from you. Just come by and shoot. And we're going to need you. We're going to need you to carry us, right? So the first time we go down the court, I think Michael misses a shot. They come back the other way. I set a pick, and Jordan doesn't see it coming. And he didn't run over me, but I caught him pretty good, right? So all of a sudden, we're walking up the court, like the ball rolls out of bounds, and they're going to check at top of the key. And I hear Jordan tell me, do that again.
Yeah,
but he's not looking at me. And I'm like, is he talking to me? He goes, do that again, MF.
Do it now.
I'm like, I forget where I'm at. I'm like, oh, really?
Do it.
Well, now I'm starting to I get fired up. So, Jordan dunks. We come about 2 possessions later. I walk by the lefty guard. I said, I'm gonna set another high screen. Come. All of a sudden, I go to do that. Jordan chicken wings the elbow out, knocks the wind out of me, runs through me. I'm on the ground. He doesn't go to help me up.
Of course
He
not.
leans over and he says, only real MFers play this game.
Yeah. That's Jordan.
And I'm on all fours catching my breath, right? And this is Jordan saying that to me. So all of a sudden I get up and I'm mad, I go, you can't do that. And he goes, and I don't think a lot of people hear this, right? Because it's basketball court. It was a big one. And I go, you can't do that, man. That's Bush. And he goes, that's why I'm the MVP.
Yeah.
So, and then the game ends like this. I'm guarding his security guy in the paint.
Do it.
Jordan shakes, does a crossover on the big 6'5" guard who played like at Eastern Illinois, right? My peripheral vision tells me, just in basketball, I see the action coming to the lane, right, to the bucket. Normally in pickup hoops, I'd just clobber somebody and foul. Well, I see shoes in the air. He dunks. Lou Canellis, who I did the show with, was watching this on the sidelines with Grover. Jordan dunks. He looks at me and he goes, game BITCH.
Wow.
And I'm like, was I just totally manhandled by Jordan this entire game?
Yes.
And I'm irritated, and Lou was crying, laughing, and so was Grover. I walked by him. They go, you all right? I go, I'm not talking to anybody. So I go sit on the bike. I'm reading the paper. It's about 45 minutes later, right? At this Gold Coast multiplex down there in downtown Chicago. Grover walks by and goes, wow, that was interesting. And I go, yeah. He goes, you all right? I go, yeah, I'm cool, man. It's actually kind of fun, right? No one got hurt. So while I'm talking to Grover on my left, all of a sudden, I see a big hand right in front of me. I turn, it's Jordan. He goes, we good? I go, yeah, we're good. Like I'm trying to be cool.
Trying to be.
And I'm like, and he shakes my hand, which I think his fingers were bigger than my whole hand. And he walks away and had a towel around his neck. And I'm like, damn. I go, I didn't mind that he MF'd me twice.
No, you should.
Said game BITCH and chicken wing me and almost broke 3 ribs. That was my Jordan experience.
That is awesome.
Yeah, that was great, man.
Here, let me turn your volume. There we go. Yeah, that he told that really well.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the radio business for a reason.
Yeah, that was that was a great story.
Like,
he seems like he was pissed about what Jordan was doing, but to me, it's like,
oh yeah, in the moment, dude. Like that's Bill. That's
that's true.
He's really quick to anger, kind of, and he's super competitive in everything that he does. But I wouldn't. At the end of it, I might be bad, like angry in the middle of it, like he was. But at the end, it's like you can't be mad.
No,
it's Michael Jordan just like fucking playing you like a little like Beatty.
Yeah, it's the greatest player of all time.
Right.
Plus,
That's GOAT.
that's just his attitude. Like that Last Dance documentary's out, and apparently Jordan said that people are really going to hate him after it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I mean, it's because you only get to see the highlights and the good stuff from people, but
Right, and well, plus just the way
you got to be mean to be competitive though. Sometimes,
Yeah.
like he is. You know,
but the way he talks about other people and stuff during the documentary, I think is what he's talking about. They're not going to like,
yeah.
but
Well, I haven't seen it yet. I got to watch it. Yeah, but hey, did you hit record on the actual recorder?
yeah, I did. Thank God.
Okay, nice.
But yeah, it's I've watched the first 4 episodes that are out, and they're great. Like the first one is Michael, second one's Pippen, third one is Rodman, and then the fourth one starts with Phil Jackson and then goes into I think right after they win the championship, and then they're going to go into their last season with Phil Jackson as a coach. And
nice.
That's when like all the documentary footage starts, and they have, like, I can't remember, 300 hours or something like that.
Oh man, I gotta watch it.
It's amazing.
It's produced by like Netflix.
No, ESPN.
Well, Netflix and ESPN.
Oh, really? So is it going to go to Netflix after?
Yep, that's what I was going to ask. But
if it does, just
into that.
Maybe wait to binge it because it's worth.
I might do that.
But
I might. Or wait until it's on ESPN all day and then just like record all of them or something.
There you go. Yeah, them airing 2 hours per night or 2 episodes per night really helps.
Yeah,
keep you like hooked and interested. So
you said there's 10 episodes.
Yeah, so
all an hour each.
Yep. So 3 weeks left. But yeah,
that's sweet, dude. Awesome. I'm interested.
Speaking of documentaries, this isn't a documentary. Before the 90 days, I saw the 60-year-old guy that was meeting up with the Ukrainian girl. He found her address and showed up at her place, and it was an old guy. Come to find out, imagine that. Who's been living there since 1995 and has never seen a woman that beautiful living in that building. So
interesting.
Now he's back in America. His friend is trying to convince him that she is fake, but he's convinced that she's real, and he wants closure and answers. So he's hiring a private investigator.
This woman is obviously not real.
No.
And I just don't want to hear that. But I'm going to throw more money into this.
But it's been 7 years. He's kind of invested. He wants closure as much as the viewers do.
But, you're going to be proud of me, Ben.
Why? Are you dating?
No, literally. So like nothing on anymore because I watch it all the day it comes out. I started watching Before the 90 Days.
What?
On Hulu.
Okay.
Yes.
But this is totally different season.
This is a different season.
Okay.
This season has a black guy that goes to France, but this girl turns out she's really pretty. She happens to have a boyfriend. This other weird dude has had really complicated relationships in the past. He burned his house down to collect insurance, and he went all the way to somewhere in South America to this woman, and he had proposed to her. Apparently that one worked out. I'm not all the way through it yet. And then another one where this 45-year-old guy dates this really young 20-year-old girl in Haiti.
Okay.
And he brings her like thousands and thousands, like $7,000 worth of clothes each time he goes down there so that she can resell them. And that's the like.
Does he know?
They have a business thing lined up. I don't know if he pays for all of it. I mean, I doubt all of it, but most of it, I'm sure she's using him. But
Yeah.
she like has an ex-boyfriend who's like 64 years old, and he's still like they still talk and they're still in contact, and
Oh,
it's
God.
it's weird, man. And this the other one, and the last one I think is this really really awkward, like just fidgety guy. He's bald. He goes to fucking the Philippines to get with this one chick who's obviously half of his age, and he meets the dad and the family, and within 10 minutes he's like, hey, would you be okay if I were to propose to your daughter?
Mm-hmm.
And then after, like the day after that, her family like made this really huge feast that was like super expensive, and it was this type of pig that they only have once every like 10 or 15 years.
Oh, geez.
And he was too afraid to eat it because I don't eat stuff like that. It was literally a pig that was over a fire, dude. So I mean, it's kind of barbecue, just in their own way.
Right.
And he put one little string of pork into his mouth, and like her whole family was so offended, just because that's their culture too.
Yeah.
Like on top of just like that's rude, anyways. But fuck you! You just got me to talk about that show for like 5 minutes, asshole.
I'm gonna have to start. I need something to watch because for the listeners, they don't know yet that I am now laid off.
Yes.
And so
it's crazy because we were talking about that last week, like this exact same time. I think it was Thursday night.
Yeah, I think so.
And the next morning, you're like, "Yep, I'm gonna go on unemployment because they laid me off or furloughed me or whatever."
What was crazy? Yeah, furloughed. What was crazy is like 2 weeks before that, they started paying us $100 a week just to work 40 hours or more. So
$100 on top of what you're making?
Yeah. As like an incentive to keep working 40 hours a week. But and then all of a sudden they started calling people into the office and I'm like, oh shit. They're like, yeah,
you're like, oh shit, I've been here before.
Yeah, they're laying people off. And sure enough, dude, my boss his hand was shaking the whole time I was in there. Like
that sucks.
My other supervisor was like, yeah, he's never gone through this before. It's his first time having to do something like this because they had to lay off all the temps that were on second shift.
Right.
Or not lay off, but terminate them. And so
I feel bad for your boss and for people that have had to do that.
Yeah, it was really stressing out.
I would, I mean, if I were him, I wouldn't stress out about that because there's nothing you can do.
Exactly.
But I wouldn't talk to everybody individually. I would tell everybody at once. I'd be like, all right, guys.
Well, it wasn't everybody that got laid off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
so
I don't know. That would suck, though.
People with more seniority were still there. But then my boss was like, this is actually not a bad time to be laid off because you could actually end up making more money while you're on unemployment at this because of coronavirus. So we'll see.
Nice, man.
But
yeah, I've heard a lot of people are making more money than normal because you get the $600 a week.
Yeah.
On top of what your normal unemployment would be. So
yeah, Anne's making more, and she ends up. I got laid off, and so I had we've had this week where we're both laid off, and then she goes back next week.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have a ton of time to myself, so I'll probably end up watching the season of Before the 90 Days that you're watching.
Nice, do it.
So, listeners out there, you need to watch this shit.
Yeah, I mean, we're sure that you guys are all running out of stuff as well.
Yes, most likely, especially people that are laid off.
I suggested a couple things to do. You should turn your phone off vibrate because I can hear that.
Okay.
I suggested a couple shows to you last week. Did you watch the Middleditch and Schwartz improv comedy hour?
I totally forgot about that.
All right. This goes out to everybody. That is the funniest thing I have seen in a very, 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 very long time. So basically it's an hour-long special. There's 3 episodes. At the beginning, like say they ask out to the audience, like, what's something you're looking forward to or dreading or something that you have to do that, is like big in your life or whatever. So they pick somebody, they talk to them about it for a minute or two.
Okay.
They get a vibe of who they are, what the situation is, and then they go on for the next hour and completely just all improv. They take their story and they improv it in the funniest way possible.
One person story for the whole hour?
Yes.
Holy crap. That's insane.
Yeah, because it goes off on different tangents just because the questions they ask them, like they'll get different details and they like somehow randomly just like throw little ones tidbits in that are super funny that you wouldn't think that anybody would remember, but that one's good. Middleditch and Schwartz.
That's the name of it? Yeah. And
yep.
For those who don't like Thomas Middleditch is from Silicon Valley.
Yeah, he's the main guy. The awkward.
The guy
of Pied Piper.
Yes, guy who created Pied Piper. And then Schwartz, I only really know. I know he's been in some movies, but I know him best from Parks and Rec. He's Aziz Ansari's like best friend.
Yeah, he does a lot of like cameo or not. I don't know if you call them cameos, but like small parts.
Yeah, small roles
in shows, like comedy shows, and he has
movies.
A part in BoJack. He plays one of the rabbits in it.
Yeah, that'd be difficult to tell that it's him though, because it's
but you
animated.
can tell his voice, and he voices Sonic too. I watched that
Seriously
the other night. Yeah,
and
I'm gonna say it was a stinker, but it was an enjoyable stinker.
Because it sucked so bad, or just because
because it's Sonic, and it does actually have like quite a bit of funny jokes and callbacks and stuff.
So
like
not a waste of time to watch that one.
No, I thought it was funny.
How was Jim Carrey? Is he over the top or is he good?
Oh yeah, over the top in like an awkward way.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you're maybe reel it in just a little bit more.
Yes. Well,
that was good. Extraction. Did you watch that? It was a new Netflix movie with Chris Hemsworth.
No, I haven't even heard about it. Is it like a war movie?
Kind of. He's more of a missionary type of guy, and he has to go and save this really rich dude's son and get him out of this part of this country or something. So it was a couple hours long. It was good. There's one sequence in it where it's like a car chase sequence basically, and they're all getting shot at and stuff. And it made me like nauseated. It made me feel sick because they're driving cars, but the director wanted to make it like one of those one shot deals.
Okay.
So the whole like sequence it's one camera shot is what they tried to make it feel like. So it's like really bumpy. It's going from the person and then it's going on the road when they're still driving. So like everything's like going by really fast, and it just kind of made me feel sick. But I was like, you should take that artistic liberty with something else, maybe.
Right on. Well,
that's all I got for Netflix and tits.
Have you do you know anybody that's gotten COVID-19 yet? Corona?
Not personally.
Yeah.
We had a listener that calls in every once in a while, get it. But
do you feel like it's hard
he's doing all right?
Hard to take this as serious as we should because we don't know anybody personally that's gotten it?
No. I think we should take it. It's serious. And but
well,
I don't know. It just maybe not as much, but I still take it pretty serious.
I've got a way for you to take it serious. There might be a way.
Help me out. There
might be a way for you and your dad to help your mom to keep from getting corona. Most people are rigorously washing their hands and trying to not touch their faces to try to beat it. Wearing masks and all that shit when you go out. But a health blogger now claims to have found a very bizarre new way of combating COVID-19. What's that?
Hit me.
Tracy Kiss, who's 32, that's around our age. You should check out her Instagram. Holy shit. She's been ingesting her boyfriend's sperm every day.
Just eating it?
Well, yeah.
That would be ingesting, correct?
Either directly or as part of a smoothie.
Okay.
So yeah, you could be giving your mom sperm smoothies.
That's interesting. Just for a little hint of salty?
Yeah. I mean,
guess.
you don't even have to
Little
let
protein.
her know. You don't have to let her know. Just tell your
Oh, no.
dad what to
Oh, I
do,
wouldn't.
and then let it happen. She says that it's packed with vitamin C, calcium, and magnesium. She's urging
Sure.
people to use the semen to stay healthy.
It's also negative 500 calories.
Is it?
Yep.
I wonder. It's probably better than. There's another thing that people are. If that's the case, people are doing 4-second workouts right now. Have you heard about that?
The only reason I've heard about that is because Free Beer and Hot Wings posted theirs on their page this morning.
Oh, really?
And I was cracking up for a good 5 minutes because of the caption and Free Beer, what he's doing in it. It is fucking hilarious. Check it out.
Because, what you do is you just you go as hard as you can doing whatever you're doing, like running in place or jumping jacks for 4 seconds, then taking a 45-second break, and then repeating that process 5 times. And I think you do it once an hour for 8 hours. And it's supposed to help. But if the sperm smoothie is negative 500 calories, then
it's that's proven,
well
dude,
do that.
scientifically.
Plus, it's going to keep you healthy or keep you from getting corona.
Right. My question is though, am I going to give her fresh or the jar that I have saved up, where I can give a little bit more?
That's a good question. I would say fresh.
Or should I hold it in for a couple weeks? That way, bank her buck.
Yeah, edge for a couple weeks. Yeah, hold it,
Yes.
and then get that massive load.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that is really disgusting.
Heavy cream.
Ben, you're getting uncomfortable. Let's move on.
All right.
I'm getting hard, by the way.
Let's see. Yeah, she's a big promoter of using it on her face and ingesting it.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, she says it's very healthy for her. Let's see. Oh, what else do we got here? Did you see? We've talked about this many times on this podcast. The videos of the UFOs.
Yes.
And the Pentagon finally officially released them themselves, which is huge because they said
didn't the Navy release it first?
No, they talked about it. They talked about it and talked about how it's or whatever. And then the Pentagon releasing them says it's unidentified aerial phenomena, which was previously released by To the Stars Academy, founded by Tom DeLonge of Blink-182.
Yeah. Miss you, miss you.
The Pentagon, see, this is the interesting part. The Pentagon said after a thorough review, the department has determined that the authorized release of these unclassified videos does not reveal any sensitive capabilities or systems. So to me, that makes it seem like, okay, that's not stuff that they're testing out.
Will you read that one more time for me?
Yeah.
Just that last sentence.
It does not. Let's see. It does not. These videos do not reveal any sensitive capabilities or systems.
Okay.
So, do you think that means what I think? Where it's not something that they're actually testing out? They seriously don't know what it is?
I think so, man. I really do.
To me, that's insane if that's the case.
I know. And it's insane, even more insane that they're admitting to it, too.
let's see. It says if pilots are reporting flight hazards that interfere with training or put them at risk, then Senator Warner wants answers. It doesn't matter if it's weather balloons, little green men, or something else entirely. So,
Little Green Men.
yes.
The episode of the first episode title of the first X-Files.
Seriously?
Yes. Little Green Men.
I'm going to have to look that up.
Do it right now. Do it. I dare you to. Do it.
Okay.
My question, or what do you think? Like, do you think that now that they've said that and come out saying that these types of stories will pop up more?
I would
that more stuff like this would come out?
I would love for that to happen. Like more pilots talking about stuff?
Yeah, exactly. Like saying like, "Oh, I've seen this." Like
that would be.
I've got pictures of this.
To me, okay, that's the thing. That's a good question because, like, on that, they had a show on the History Channel about these videos and them investigating and going and talking to actual pilots that witnessed them. Like, they talked to one of the pilots that you can actually hear the audio of him talking during the one video.
Yeah.
And people were scared to like come forward with this stuff, and so I feel like this is going to take the pressure off people to do that. So hopefully we do see more of this stuff.
I hope so too, man.
Fuck.
You think by the end of our lives we'll have like gotten any step closer to
like actual evidence?
Right.
You are totally incorrect. The first episode of X-Files is just called Pilot. And then the second one is called Deep Throat. I'm not seeing any episode title called Little Green Men.
Fuck you. Oh, I'm so wrong, man. I'll come out and say that.
Was that just a shot in the dark?
No, I remember hearing it.
When you were a kid?
Oh no! If it wasn't that, then it was a quote that somebody says. Oh no!
Season 2,
episode 1.
Ah.
Okay, I'm half wrong then.
Yes, but still
fucking way off.
I don't know. I'd say you're right enough.
Well, thanks, Ben.
Yes.
Oh, I'm tired of doubting myself. Ugh.
Speaking of X-Files and things that are crazy.
Oh, I hope this one's on track. Let's hear it, Ben.
The winning tickets for 2 jackpots were sold in Colorado at two different.
You can do better than that.
At 2 different stores about a mile apart, and a guy named Joe B bought one ticket in the morning and the other ticket in the evening at both of those stores.
He got it.
The Colorado man then hit the jackpot twice after playing the same numbers for 30 years.
Wow.
So what's weird is he played the same numbers for 2 tickets. Like, did he just feel that lucky where it's like, all right, I'm going to play multiple tickets of the same number?
Oh, dude, people do that all the time.
I never knew that. I guess I've never even thought about it.
When I worked at the service desk at Meyer, we sold those. And yeah, there's like lotto freaks. They come in, play the same numbers that they always play. They get like 10 separate tickets for each one, just because I think on certain ways that you might play it, there's better payouts.
Well, with him playing 2 tickets with the same exact numbers, he won two $1 million Powerball jackpots.
Nice.
Because if you have the same numbers, like if he would have won the actual big jackpot, he would have basically shared it with himself and then anyone who else got the other numbers.
I love sharing jackpots with JB.
Oh, I'd
BJ.
share. Yeah, Joe B. I'm guessing he's staying anonymous. Can we stay anonymous here in Michigan, or do you have to come out and say
You don't have to do that.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
You can get a lawyer
No.
and stay anonymous.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything saying that you have to come out and say it.
I thought there were
People
certain
just-
states where you have to
people just
identify
like the thing.
yourself,
I don't know. Good question. Max,
Like-
let us know.
at least to the news or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
But that would be the best way to do it, is to stay anonymous, because then you don't have, nobody knows you have that money.
Yeah, and all the charities can't call you and be like, hey, we're going to make you feel bad real quick. Can you
Right.
send us some money?
Yeah, can you imagine? Yeah, I bet you he's probably getting people asking like, hey, can you buy our town some masks?
Yeah. All right, so say you won $2 million. If you take the same day payout, say you get like $750,000, would you do that? Or would you do overtime? Where you get $100,000 a month or something like that.
Yeah,
or
or even
$20,000 a month or something.
Yeah, I'd do that. I'd take it over time. Basically, you have a salary that's coming your way for nothing, and then you can do a job that you love for cheap or free. So
I like it.
yeah, that's
We're on
definitely
the same
what
page.
I just try to do a radio job for free, basically like an intern, and
Dude,
call it good.
I mean, depending on how much you're getting, or if you saved up for like a year or something like that, you could basically own your own radio station.
That's right. Yeah,
or
you
create
could.
your own radio station.
Yeah, you could put up, like, you could buy a show like Free Beer and Hot Wings,
Yeah.
like a building, and become partners. Yeah, that you could. Yeah, you could set up your own network. You could handpick shows to come to your radio stations.
You could do your own show. You wouldn't need advertisers, so you could do whatever
That's
the hell
true.
you wanted. I mean, within FCC regulations. at least.
Right. God, and that's one of the things that you always hear about radio nowadays, is that it's gone to shit ever since it's no longer been privately owned,
Yeah.
where it's owned by all these big conglomerates, and it's kind of gone to crap, and that's why everybody's losing their jobs and all that kind of stuff.
Right. Yeah. Everybody at Cumulus got furloughed at the beginning of the week.
Oh, seriously?
So, dude, I know that like at the end of this, Lori and Bruce are gonna be like, "Oh, we'll see how well this worked at like with people being at home and one person doing multiple stations, this and that. We can fire everybody. We can save all the money in
Oh,
the world."
God.
And you know that's gonna happen.
Wait, so what do you mean by everybody getting furloughed there? Like the on-air host?
Yeah. So they can't jock anymore. I think it just
They're
plays
just
music
playing
and commercials.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Even the morning shows?
That I don't know. I'm
Or is it
never
just
usually
like
awake.
afternoon and evening DJs?
I think I don't know,
I need to check that out. I'll have to
because
listen
I
tomorrow
see
morning.
Rachel and Jackie they've been posting stuff for the past couple days.
Okay.
So I don't know. I'm awake to listen to that. But Brad, who's on the country station, got furloughed. So
Okay. Yeah, I could see it just
Maybe-
be like afternoon and
maybe I
evening
shouldn't
people.
say that. Probably.
You know what
edit that
sucks?
part out.
Is I told you, but there's a website called Michigan Buzzboard that talks about radio
Oh, yeah.
in Grand
Yep,
Rapids,
I
and
go on it all the time.
they post stuff about the ratings every time the ratings come out, and the ratings for 107.3 that Eric and I were on, and you, they're the exact same ratings as when we were on there. Every single time ratings come out. So it's like,
Yep.
to me, it's really upsetting to not see it doing better with their new format, because then it'd be like, oh yeah, it was a great decision. But now it's like, we could still have jobs on that station.
Right.
And-
Yeah, I think Lori's gotten out of control. I think she should have been gone a couple of years ago, dude. She's just too controlling and does not, and she just goes by what she goes by, not what other people, you know.
I tried to petition for. There's a station out of Chicago. It's Joe from Free Beer and Hot Wings. It's his favorite station. Every time I've gone to Chicago, that's what I listen to, and you can get it all the way back to Lansing. And it's an alternative station where unlike here, when you hear the same band in the same day, you don't hear the same song.
Yeah.
They play multiple songs from the same band. And I think I heard the last time I was down there, I heard like 2 songs multiple times. Otherwise, like I said, if they were playing the same band, it's different songs each time. And I tried to petition for that format to move to, or to be put on at 107.3, because that's also a Cumulus station. And I was like, this would work here. This could have a chance of beating out GRD in ratings because it's new and fresh, like throughout the day. You're not hearing the same songs every hour.
Yeah,
but,
dude, the Q plays like Jack Johnson every hour, and then it's like they'll play the original, and then they'll play the acoustic version, and then they'll play the original, and then the acoustic version. It's just the same song all day. It's annoying as hell, but it's been nice not having anybody at that station for the past 6 or 7 weeks, however long it's been. It's been glorious, dude.
I can imagine.
Love it. I love it. We got a new engineer.
I saw that
took over for Dave.
A job became available.
Yeah, the first time this guy's done a job like this. He's a really small time engineer.
All right.
And he seems nice enough. I think he's, there's just...
Dude, you should try...
That's a lot of radio. That's a lot of radio.
Yeah. And to come in at this time?
Yeah, and Dave's training him basically over the phone.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, Dave just left. He didn't train him first. He fucking just left, and this guy's never done this before.
Wow.
Except for, like, small stuff. Yeah.
That is rough. That's got to be super stressful.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah. I got no more news, guy.
I got nothing else. Actually, one more thing, and then we can wrap it up. Went golfing on Sunday. Walked 9 holes. Had a good time. Definitely out of shape, but I had a good time. Hit my brand new driver that I bought for $200 and hit it straight. That was awesome. So felt good. We should go golfing sometime. You golf at all?
Golf requires goofy pants and a fat ass.
They are selling beer on the golf course too. So.
Well, there you go.
That's right. At the shops.
Oh, okay. There's nobody driving around to you?
No, not that I ever came across. When we were actually there was like a group of 10 deer that like somebody must have scared or something, just running from one end of the golf course to the other. It's like nobody's been out there for a month and a half.
Look, a deer.
It was kind of cool to see that.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like they're being spooked as easily. I saw a shit ton up at Ann's parents' house, and they were we were driving by, stopped, and they just stood there and acted like we weren't even there. So.
Oh well. Anyways.
Yeah, make it easier for the hunters in the future. Right after this is over. If this lasts until November, and then they're able to go out and hunt, watch out.
Yeah, seriously. He's shooting out my back door.
Hells yeah.
All right, I'm at the Brett Hayes, Haze.
I'm at the
Brett Hayes.
Yeah. Go to thebenglaze.com. No, don't. Go to patreon.com/glazeandhaze so you can watch our pretty faces on video.
Yeah, and our bonus videos that we've been doing.
And episodes, yeah. We've been having guests on for the bonus episodes while we're doing
You're in charge of next week.
Zoom. All right. You
can set it up for next week.
I got it. Yeah, we've had Max Bora and Pellerito on so far.
Yep.
It's been fun.
Done outstanding.
Dude, last week there was a point where we brought up Star Wars Episode 1, and you brought up, or Jar Jar Binks was brought up. And I said,
Cristo.
I said you looked like Jar Jar Binks, and
Yeah.
Pellerito lost it. And before I posted the video, I watched that part again. It was fucking hilarious.
Oh gosh, I'll have to look at that.
Yeah.
I'll check that out.
You should. His reaction is priceless. And
I remember him laughing pretty hard. Like that was the most we had gotten out of him at that point.
yes, it was. But yeah. All right, man.
Well, cool. Everybody have a great rest of your week. Great weekend.
Stay safe.
Stay safe. Stay sexy. Ben, I love you. You're beautiful. Let's go golfing.
All right. Why don't you sign us off?
Bye, fuckers.
I have to read something to you. You need to come to my office. And I go, I'll be there in a minute. And he goes, no. I know you. You're going to get lost. I'm not going to see you. You need now. And I'm thinking, oh, well, this is bad. This is going to be a problem. But he's laughing the whole time. So I go, oh, maybe it's not that bad. And what happened was he reads me the email in like with a funny accent. Like someone who lives in another country.
Yes.
Did he do that to you too?
Well, first, I think I might have walked to his office to ask him about something, and he was
doing it.
He was playing the audio for Kelsey, and I was like, "What is this?" And then I started listening, and I started cracking up. And then he read the email in that voice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was under the impression before even hearing a bit of this music that this is a foreign-speaking person. English is a second language. And this person writes, he sent an email with the music attached. Hey, Marcus. I am a music artist / songwriter who goes by the artist name Wiz J. I am giving you, Marcus, legal permission to use, he wrote, to use pitches from my song titled Basketball. I think he means like snippets or part of my song titled Basketball as part of radio advertisements that promotes the sport of basketball.
Yes.
Please see the attached for a copy of my song titled Basketball. I am the artist, the writer, and the right owner for my song titled Basketball. Now listen. Then it says, my song credits include basketball. That is all. Written by Ramon Ellis. That's the guy.
Yeah.
And his stage name. Performed by Wiz J. He's licensed under BMI.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. That's crazy.
Here is a link to my song on iTunes, Basketball.
No, thanks.
If you use... Now, here's the thing. If you were to... Now, you didn't see this part, did you?
I did not.
If you use... I think this is a weirdo way of like Nigerian chop your dollar, send me money scam.
Okay.
If you use my song titled Basketball...
Wait, what was it called again?
It's so hilarious. He writes a song titled Basketball to promote, and then he says, to promote the game of basketball, please pay me a fee of U.S. $200 via international wire transfer. Please send payment to me via international wire transfer in U.S. dollar currency at, and then he's got a bank.
Yeah.
We should send him like a nickel or a dime and put it into this account. I mean, he's giving you, it says beneficiary bank, First Caribbean International Bank, Jamaica, limited SWIFT code. I don't know what that means. Beneficiary, Ramon Ellis, branch location, King Street, account type. We should get a hold of that bank in Jamaica on King Street and see if we can track this guy down.
Okay, I'd be more comfortable with that than actually sending them any
Yeah, I
type of
don't
money
wanna
because
send
I'd feel like there'd be some way for
Somehow,
them to.
we'd be tracked with an international crime.
Yeah, or they'd just get our information somehow and
then the
take
company
money
would-
out of our
yes.
account.
All of a sudden, Cumulus is completely underwater. No radio stations on the air because Ramon Ellis is in charge, and every radio station is just playing this song on loop.
Wait, now hold on, before you play it.
Yeah.
For anybody that just heard the whole entire email, remember the one word that was repeated multiple times.
Yes. Just tuning in. This is a scam email sent to Marcus from an artist known as Wiz J. I'm giving you legal permission to use pitches from my song Basketball as part of radio advertising that promotes the sport of basketball. Please see the attached copy for my song titled Basketball. I am the artist, the writer, and the right owner of my song titled Basketball.
I'm new to the game of basketball, but from what I can see, it's a great game. My love for the game will remain the same. No, I listen good music from my iPod, cause it motivates me. Before a game, I gotta win this game, that's how I think. Gatorade, the best sports drink. I train hard, I play hard, and I go hard. Basketball is a lively game. I play this game cause I ain't lame. Because to all the youths shooting hoops down on the lane, down on the lane. Here Jordan and Nike, here some of the best brands in footwear. I just love these girls in footwear. I met this girl on Facebook. She told me that she's a cook. We're gonna spend the weekend at a
I met this girl on Facebook. She told me she's a cook.
She's of age.
Then I'm taking her to an All-Stars game. Slam dunks, cause he ain't drunk. 3-pointers just before the shot clock. Basketball is a lively game.
Basketball is a lively game.
I play this game cause I ain't lame.
I play this game because I ain't lame. I haven't heard such deaf rhymes since I drink iced tea and complain a lot.
To all the youths shooting hoops down on the lane, down on the lane.
I drink iced tea and complain a lot.
Our victory, we are the stars of the year. Champagne for everyone. To all the youths shooting hoops.
That's his big thing. To all the youths shooting hoops.
Down on the lane, just aim high and dream big. You're gonna be like Mike someday, or like Scott McKnight in Just Right. Basketball is a lively game.
So
Play the game cause I ain't lame.
I play the game because I ain't lame.
I play this game cause I ain't lame. Big ups to all the youths shooting hoops.
Nike and Michael are the best food to wear.
He's just basically taking anything that pops into his mind about basketball and just slipping it in there.
Down on the lane.
Hardwood, Magic Johnson in Hollywood.
We're gonna shoot some hoops. Down on the lane, down on the lane. We're gonna shoot some hoops.
Oops.
Down on the lane.
And then he fades it.
Nobody cares.
Oh my God.
So, sports brought to you by our friends at Strider's Grand Rapids Drive.
I'm new to the game of basketball, but
big winners.
From what I can see, it's a great game.
Wait, hold on. He started off with saying, I'm new to the game of basketball. But then the rest of the song, he knows quite a lot about basketball.
Game of basketball, but from what I can see, it's a great game.
Yeah, most great songs start out with, I'm new to the game, but from what I can see.
My love for the game will remain the same. No, I listen good music from my iPod.
That's my favorite part.
Did you say, I listen good music from an iPod.
Yes.
Cause it motivates me. Before a game, I gotta win this game. That's how I think.
We could call the bank and say, so is there a guy who's walking in there every other day cashing big fat checks with stacks of bennies, who's, he just got a certain swagger about him. He might be humming a tune as he walks in.
Probably wearing earphones or something.
From what I can see, it's a great game. My love for the game will remain the same. No, I listen good music from my iPod.
I listen to music from an iPod.
Yeah, that's right. You can.
I could so easily use that. Anytime we play crappy music, either I don't know from some caller or whatever, or you play something that I don't think is great.
Yeah, it's like a Taylor Swift song.
I listen to music from an iPod.
Sure. Oh, fantastic.
To win this game, that's how I think. Gatorade, the best sports drink.
Gatorade, the best sports drink. It's just ridiculous.
I train hard, I play hard, and I go hard.
We got to get to the Nike and Michael Jordan part.
Basketball is a lively game. I play this game cause I ain't lame. Big ups to all the youths shooting hoops down on the lane, down on the lane. Here Jordan and Nike, here some of the best brands in footwear. I just love
footwear.
This guy is classic.
Yes.
We got to get an interview with this dude. Ramon Ellis.
Yeah, we should interview him.
Oh, yes. We could have the dude interview him.
Yes.
Oh, now we're
these
talking.
girls in their swim.
That is perfect. I don't know why we didn't think of that. All right. We're going to make that happen. Get a hold of that guy.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, maniacs, the loonies, and ding-dongs. Some people would say that we're the crazy ones, but I think we're geniuses because we're crazy enough to try to change this ding-dong crazy world.
I mean, Ian, that was awesome, yes?
It was fun.
See, it's fun.
It was fun and cartoonish and silly for what it was.
Goodbye.
Oh boy.
That's awesome.